Welcome back to a plan with me. I am going to plan for February and do a really quick recap of January. Just a quick disclaimer that I'm feeling a little weird right now. I'm feeling a little anxious, so I don't know how that's going to affect my planning. I did do a little bit of preparation. It's just one of those days, so I'm going to be gentle with myself. I'm not going to overload myself. But we are going to gently plan the month ahead because I know that if I don't plan, I actually get more overwhelmed. And again, a reminder, because I think it's important to say every single video, it's not about getting every single thing done. As you will see, I did not do that. It's about, kind of calming those voices in your mind so that you know what to expect for the month ahead. You feel a little bit more prepared. You've made a schedule. You've committed to something. And it's not an opportunity to punish yourself if you didn't get everything done. This is very much a form of self-care. I know it doesn't seem like it. It seems more of like a productivity thing, but it's a way of checking in with yourself, checking in with your goals and making sure you're on track and you're doing everything that you want to do. You're setting aside the time for that. So that's my quick introduction. Let's do a quick recap of what I wrote for this month. Technically, it's the 30th of January here. I'm filming this a little bit early because I am not home on Fridays anymore because I started, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of a job, but I'm working with my husband at his workplace and it's just one day a week, but that is on Fridays, which means I kind of don't have Fridays to work on my own stuff anymore, which means I need to film this on Thursday. That was my long-winded way of saying that, but that is one new development this month. But as you can see, I have not highlighted anything except this. I actually misplaced this and didn't even bother to look for it, so I have not been referring to it all month, which is not great, but I've got my highlighter here, and what I'm going to do is just highlight the things that I know for a fact are done and just kind of sort through it to see if, there's anything I said I would do that I didn't get around to doing. So it might not match up to the correct week, but I'm just kind of ticking it off the list. Backlog life archives. Yep. IG Happy Mail, newsletter, zine form. No, you're going to get sick of hearing me say that, which is going to keep me accountable, but no, I will get to that. DD app, travel journal. Oh, I did. Life archives, did not do a pack with me. Journals used up, yes. Sticker club, did not backlog the travel journal again. I don't know why I wrote that. Backlog life archives. Yes, I would have done that already for this video. Travel journal with me, I did do that. This is last week. Did not do that. This was a call. I did have that. I just did that today. I am planning on doing that tomorrow. And yes, that's it. So there's progress there. But for the the tasks at the end. Where is my pen? This constant time wasted looking for a pen. It's because all my pens kind of look the same, so I can't tell which one's which. This is going to happen. This will happen. It's just not on schedule. I have finished the sticker club, which means I can, start preparing for the Happy Mail, but I definitely have not done that. Backlog life archives is not relevant anymore because I finished that in order to do the journals used up video. Pack with me, I cannot do because I don't have access to those video files. It's a long story. You don't want to hear it. Zine form, still need to do. It is one of my goals for this month. So we only have a day and a half left. And like I said, I'm not home tomorrow. So I will do my best to do that today to push myself. Backlog travel journal, I did for 1 week, but I didn't do it the second week. And I will have to push that towards a February goal. Travel journal flip through will be a February goal also. And that's not too bad. So I did, tackle most of it, and I wanted to show you this so that I am I'm not just showing you the planning side, I'm showing you the action side, what I actually did. So that is January, and we're going to set up. I know I'm doing this slightly out of order. I'm saying it again. I'm being gentle with myself because we're in a weird mood today, and you've got to adapt. Sometimes your plans change because your moods change. This is a very old receipt. It's gone yellow. Clearly, I've had it for too long, so I'm going to use it today to do the same thing here, writing out the weeks. So I'm saying 4 weeks for February. I'm not including these 2 days. I'm including that as part of this last week of January. So I'm just going to say these 4 weeks. So week of Feb 4. Again, I'm writing weird because this pen, the angle of the nib, oh no, that's 3. The angle of the nib is weird. Week of Feb 10. Week of Feb 17th. And Feb 24. And I'm going to take off my cardigan because I'm starting to sweat. Okay, so I usually just kind of skipped through this part in a time lapse and write it out, but I think this time I'm just going to do it in real time because I feel like there's a lot less I need to write now because I've reduced the amount of tasks on my, like, for Patreon, so I feel like I don't know, there's just not as much to write. Again, I did do a little bit of prep. Where do I put this? On this side. In my notes journal, as you can see here. So I will write that on the goals side. But I'm going to start first with, I'm using my brown Muji pen, which should be dead. There's like no ink left, but I'm going to use this for the calendar this time. So I'm pretty much going off this. Actually, I do have this kind of month in my daily planner, which I'm going to go off of. I think I kind of remember, I think I did this 2 days ago, so I'm going to go off this plan for the February calendar. So as always, I've got the weekly updates for my Patreon. I do that every Monday, just life updates and business updates. And then Dear Diary episode, I just kind of pick a middle Wednesday, so I think it's going to be the 12th. I feel like this pen is going to run out on me any second now. Oh, what am I doing? I thought I was comparing. I'm actually writing down these exact dates. So the 7th, I should have the business check-in with my workshop patrons. And I want to get out the email newsletter on the Saturday because that is the 1st, and then sticker club on the Sunday. Okay, so what's different about this month is I have a market. So I have Toasty Art Market, which is a market in Brisbane. I've never done a market in Brisbane before, so that should be interesting. That should be exciting. And that is on the 22nd and 23rd. So actually, I can't do the weekly update this day because I don't fly back. I just realized I don't fly back until Monday afternoon. That was way too close to the bottom. Oh no. So I'm just going to write Toasty. And you might be wondering why I have 2 copies, like why I need 2 copies. So this one is going on my wall and this one is staying with me. It's my planner, so I can open up anytime, but sometimes it's easy to just glance up at the wall and see what, tasks I have this week. So actually I need to draw this line here because I will be in Brisbane. So weekly updates will be on the 25th for this week, and then the March newsletter for Patreon will be here. and then calendar and wallpaper. I guess that can come out. I'm trying to decide 26th or 27th. I think 26th. Calendar and wallpaper. And I think that's it. It's a little tricky with the timing of the market because normally I put Finish Sticker Club on the last Saturday, but because I'm going to be in Brisbane for the market, I fly out Friday night. It's a little tricky with that timing, so I need to try to make sure that it is actually done before then. So I need to finish the Sticker Club. But then also I'll be preparing for the market. Like I'll be prepping for the market. So really, I kind of need to start even earlier so that I'm not stressed in the last week trying to do the Sticker Club while I'm preparing for the market. But I think that is all. That's pretty much it for February, so that's not too bad. And then I'm going to write down the goals that I showed you earlier. Okay, so my first goal is market prep because I have a market. I've left it a little bit later than I would like. It is, now it's Thursday here. 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 and a bit weeks. It's a little bit last minute. I don't know why. I just can't see time. Does that make sense? Like if I don't see it on the calendar, and I think this is why I, put so much effort into planning, I really don't have a good estimation of time. And so I really need to break things down for myself. Otherwise, things don't get done. And I push things very much to the last minute. But it doesn't mean I forget about it. I just panic for like 3-4 weeks until it happens. So, that's kind of what I mean about planning being a self-care activity, because it's just getting it out of my head and just taking all of that unnecessary worry and panic and anxiety and turning it into something productive that I can do something with. It's just much more functional panic. I also need to declutter the second bedroom, which is just a storage room right now. It's a long story, but we need to clean that to make space. Launch Patreon shop. So I am, that's running out. I am going to add a digital Patreon shop kind of back to my Patreon. Before it was just a physical store, but now that the Sticker Club files on my Patreon are only available for the current month to make it fair for existing patrons, I wanted to make it easy for people to purchase past Sticker Clubs if they wanted the digital files for that. And so, I've got all of the assets there. It's just a matter of uploading it onto the shop. Thankfully, my amazing admin, Kieran, who is just amazing at this stuff. She's also the market organizer, founder of Omo Hughes, who has an event this year, but she's based in Melbourne, and she helped me pretty much just upload everything that I have from 2023 and 2024. So I'm going to launch that next month. The 1st of February, I will announce it in the newsletter, and you can purchase any past digital files if you missed it. Not physical, it is just digital, and I'm going to move it off my main store, I think, and just keep the Patreon shop, which is of course only available for patrons. So if you join any tier, you get access to it, but if you plan on buying multiples at once, like a few, I'd recommend joining the Sticker Club tier to get the discount, and then you can just use that discount code on the order, if that makes sense. Anyway, so I am planning to launch that, just announce that it's launched. And I also want to launch zine submissions, which means, that form has to be ready, which means I need to work on that today and tomorrow in order to get that done next month. Ideally, I would like to finish Japan and market. This pen is struggling for its life. Journals. So I know that was kind of a goal for January, but didn't get a chance to do that. That's okay. And my last goal is 1.5 pull-ups. 1.5, you say? Why the 0.5? Because I'm currently at, well, actually last year I was able to do a pull-up. I was at 1.5, but then I got sick, and I know it sounds like such an excuse, but I got sick, it threw me out of my routine. I got like really bad food poisoning, and I just stopped training pull-ups to the point where I completely lost my muscles. I didn't go back like to the very beginning. I definitely retained something, so it wasn't that difficult to get back into it. I'm currently at 0.75, so almost at 1. So I didn't want to write 1 because I felt like that was too easy. I'm already almost at 1, so 1.5 by the end of the month is my goal. So that's my random just kind of fitness goal put in there. And that is it for the month plan. And just a quick check of this. So do I have a pen for that? Happy Mail, yes. Finish backlogging. Journals, not all of them, but I'm going to give that a tick because I did finish the Commonplace Journal this month, and I also finished my life archives. So archives, is that really weird? Get back into YouTube routine, I did, and zine form, I can't tick, but I really want to tick it. So I'm going to work on that again today and tomorrow so that I can tick that off, because this is when goals are motivating for me. I want to be able to tick that off. And I know, oops, that was blurry. And I know that I've been putting it off. So I'm going to get that done, hopefully today. So that is the month. And now we're going to break it down. Let me clean up a bit. Break it down into the weeks. Put this away. So again, if you're new here, what I do is take these monthly tasks and assign them to a specific week. I mean, these ones are already dated, but then my goals on the side, some of these are bigger goals. So market prep, what exactly is market prep? When can I tick off that goal? It's a pretty big task and it has subtasks. And that's where you want to take this opportunity to break down those bigger goals. Because if you don't, put it on a specific week, those specific tasks, you're going to get to the end of the week and be like, I did nothing. So this is how we can kind of combat that last minute procrastination. So market prep, that is next week. So next week I would like to start doing it this week, but start doing my inventory kind of stock take and start restocking. I've actually got my inventory up to count, so that's not too bad. This is the first market that I'm doing where the inventory is actually up to date. So I think I can just start restocking for things. So I might just write restock for market. I'm not exactly sure what yet. That is kind of a separate video. I'm thinking of doing a little workshop series where I every week kind of talk about what I'm doing that week for the market and how I'm prepping and how I'm going. I might do that for my workshop patrons. So restock for market, I'm going to write that on every week. On the 17th is when I am leaving for the market. So hopefully I'm done by then, but I will write pack for market. I will be good and not actually write restock as a way to remind myself very subtly that you shouldn't be restocking. In this last week, you should be ready to go. So you only have 2 weeks to restock. But I need to post the kind of hey, you can find me here at the market. And I think I'll post it in this week. So IG Toasty Market. If you are going to be there, if you're in Brisbane and you're planning to attend, please let me know. Come say hi. I'm very shy and socially anxious too, but I would love if you came and said hi. So don't be shy. because we can be shy together. But I will be there. It'll be my first time in Brisbane. I don't know when I'm going to come back, so take this opportunity to come say hi in person. I'm still conflicted over whether or not I want to put like a task like calendar and wallpaper. I mean, it's going to get done regardless, and this is why I don't write weekly updates. I don't have to do too much for the calendar and wallpaper this year because a lot of the work has already been done. So it's not the same as last year, so I might not actually write that. But for example, March newsletter, I definitely do need to do because that requires some writing and preparing of the post. I'm going to write Patreon newsletter because confusingly, I will also have an email newsletter, which I want to come out on the 1st. I'm writing very big. Business check-in, yes, is that week. Business check-in, let me write that. I do have a coaching call with one of my patrons, like a one-on-one coaching call on the 3rd. So I'm going to write coaching call. DDF, my Patreon episode is here. Oops, DDF. I want to work on the sticker club that week as well. So finish sticker club. Okay, back to my goals, market prep. Do I need to do anything else for market prep? I need to restock. I need to pack. I need to... I mean, in this week would be like checking the envelopes and the freebies and all of that little stuff. Okay, no, I'll just leave it as pack for market. Declutter second bedroom. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm just trying to think of when I can do that. Ideally, chipping away at it a little bit. So I'm just going to write it every single week. Declutter second B/R. Declutter second B/R. And I'll give myself the week off on that. And then this last week, declutter. It's not going to get done in this last week because I will probably do on the weekend. So I might, I'll just write it anyway. B/R. Launch submissions for the zine. That will be in the newsletter, technically. So I want to also post it on Instagram and everything. That might be in this first week. So I might post... I think I need to do an IG post. Yes, IG. Zine. And then finish Japan and market journals because I'm going to start a new market journal when I go to this market. So, I want to try to finish it. It's asking for a lot. And again, it's not a super dire task that needs to be done. It's not extremely urgent. So I will just try to do it, in between some tasks. But I will write that on every week. Backlog travel journals. I'm hating this pen, by the way. Backlog travel journals. Probably not going to have time to do it of the week of the market. And then maybe in the very last week. Backlog travel journals. And then pull-ups is kind of just an everyday, every week kind of thing. And that's pretty much it. I like that the market week is very empty. And all I have to do is just get ready for the market. Just pack. Because I know other things are going to come up. The most likely thing is that I will still be restocking in this week. So I am definitely not putting anything in that week so that I can, I have that buffer time. So that is the weekly And then normally what I do now is then, plan out each day. I don't think I'm going to do that today. I don't think it's really necessary right now, but I will walk you through it quickly to show you how I would do it. So, for example, the 3rd to the 9th this week. So I've already written down to do the bookkeeping because I have to do the weekly finances update and the journal update for my Patreon. I have the coaching call with one of my patrons on that day. Restock for market. I would probably write, most of those here except for the coaching call, but the restock for market, once I figure out what exactly I need to restock, then I will, plan it out to restock this particular kind of sticker sheet on this day and that particular sticker sheet on this day. Business check-in, I've already written down here on a little post-it note. Again, coaching call is here. Declutter second bedroom, that's probably somewhere on the weekend. IG zine, I would pick a day for that when I'm not posting a video, so maybe the Tuesday or the Thursday. And backlog travel journals. So I guess what I can do is just write it on the side there. So restock for market. Business check-in, coaching call, declutter. Second bedroom, B/R. IG zine and backlog travel journal. I really don't know if I have the time to do that, but I really don't want to put it off either. I can spend the weekend doing that, so I'll just write that. Backlog travel journals. And I will leave that for now. I think I will write, it sounds redundant, but it's a market restock plan. This one is the actual act of restocking, but I also want to come up with a plan for what to restock and when. So market restock plan. And then for IG, I can try to find a spare post-it note that I've got, and I think I will post it here. So I will write IG zine form. So at least when I open up my planner, this IG zine form is hitting me in the face. So I know it's there. I can't avoid it. And I will have to keep physically moving it, so I can't avoid it. But that's pretty much it for this particular week. Again, it's empty because I need to prioritize restocking for the market. I just don't know what exactly yet, so that's a separate task I need to do. In terms of video content, actually, I'm thinking that it's this week. Why don't I have anything for this week? I did want to do maybe updating my reading journal, and let me write this here. I do want to cut it so I could recycle the entire thing together, but I think January journal, I wrote this somewhere. I remember writing this. Just don't know where I wrote it. No idea. January journal wrap up. And I would like to do reading journal update in this particular week. And the week of my journals will be kind of in this week. It's a bit out of order, but that's okay. That makes sense to me. And that is the daily. So I need to get better at checking this throughout the month because I absolutely did not check last month's one very often. So I'm going to keep it wedged in here so that it's just, constantly here. But that is the monthly, weekly, and the daily plan. And now we're going to move on to the monthly stats. I can archive this now. The monthly stats and the kind of month review, and it's always a good opportunity to look over your your goals, your vision board, what you set for yourself, just to make sure you're on the right track. And this is the perfect time to look at your goals again. I'm happy with that. I also finished filling out my January highlights this morning. I wrote these 3 just this morning, and I didn't think I'd be able to use up all of the lines, so I'm pretty happy that I did. And now we will do, if I was more organized, I could do the books in 2025, like the books I read this month, but I'm not prepared. I will try. Also, I don't know if anyone cares because this is more of a productivity plan, not necessarily like the books I read, but I do post every month on my newsletter kind of the top 8 books that I read that month. If you're interested, that is a free post on my Patreon every single month. But we did that in the last plan with me. I used fountain pen for that. So Happy Mail, yes. Backlog 2024 journals, yeah, like a half yes. And zine form, no. But again, I really want to say that I've done that this month, so I will be working that in these last 2 days. Currently enjoying. So usually here I write, just a new either hobby or interest type of fixation, a book that I'm enjoying, a song that I'm enjoying, just so like I have that immediate kind of reminder of what that month was like. So this month I have been really enjoying, this is going to sound really random, but like reading meditations and studying it. Like I've never really studied a book like this before, where I highlight it and then look up people's interpretations of that particular passage, like the ones that speak to me, and then write it in my Notion, sometimes commonplace about it. And it's been a very intensive reading process, but I've been really enjoying it, and it's just come at the perfect time for me. And so I am almost finished with that. If you can see, I've only got like 20 pages left. So that is one thing I've been enjoying. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did. I honestly didn't know what to expect, but there's obviously a lot of things that aren't relevant or maybe that I don't relate to, but there is so much wisdom in there, surprisingly, that I am getting a lot out of and I'm learning a lot about. So I am currently enjoying studying. How do I write this? Do I do a dash? A little star? I'll do a little asterisk. Yes. Studying meditations by, this is not going to fit, Aurelius. A song that I've been enjoying was just super random. But it's just really catchy. But I've been playing on repeat Calypso by, did I spell that right? Yes, by Bryson Tiller. Nothing profound, just a very fun song with a very fun beat. I really enjoy that song, especially when I'm hanging laundry or doing any household chores. And do I have a third one? I don't think I have a third one, but I just remembered another highlight that is also kind of a win that I want to put down, but I don't think I have room for. I'm going to write it underneath, I think. So we have a second iMac outside. I'm using one for like in my studio, but we have a second one outside that was actually found on the side of the road, and it's a really old one, but I managed to, upgrade it, and I can use that as a secondary kind of screen. I kind of AirPlay to it. I won't get into the details, but I did recently upgrade that and was able to turn it into a working kind of computer that I can use outside, because it gets so hot in my studio during the afternoons that it gets unbearable to work in here. I don't think I'll put it as currently enjoying, but struggling with. I actually don't think that I'm, like work-wise, not struggling with anything in particular. I want to say the thing that I always write is just like messy desk. Messy desk and clutter. I just know in particular the last week has been has been tough with that because it's just clutter everywhere that I have to deal with, that I just don't put stuff away. I would say the second thing is more of a personal life thing, which is just like unexpected, I don't explain it, like life drama. Like a few things coming up with like life and family that has definitely changed plans a little bit, just very unexpected. So I want to say expected, unexpected, life changes, and drama. Just like everything is happening at once. And that's why like studying meditations and just reading all of this Stoic philosophy has been helping so much, helping me find my inner peace again, because these unexpected things will happen. And it's kind of safer to expect that they will happen, but you know, I won't deny that they definitely threw me off course a little bit and challenged me in unexpected ways. But that's it, I think. Just 2 for currently struggling with and 2 for currently enjoying. Wins and highlights are kind of the same thing, so I might just choose some favorites. Wins, like a big one is launched Happy Mail. I should be using my clamp, see? I always forget. I'm just going to choose 3 major ones. I did start working 1 day a week. Like I said, it's a big life change, but it is a win because it's been positive in a lot of ways. So, started working 1 day a week. And I would say the last thing is, which I just did recently, a custom Herbie illustration. I can't share any more details yet because it is a surprise, so I will share that on my Instagram when I can, but that is my 3 wins for the month, and I think that's pretty solid. I think that summarizes it really well for me. And then what we can do is set priorities for February. So, first one, market prep. Prep for, I'll be more specific, prep for Toasty Art Market. Where's my calendar? I think zine submissions, and that kind of encompasses like promoting it and just making sure that people know that it is a thing. Zine submissions, and I guess declutter second bedroom. I feel like my writing is pretty inconsistent here. Okay, that is my month plan in terms of priorities. The other thing we can do is write monthly stats. Actually, I'm just going to check my quarterly goals. The zine, yes. The Unplanned Podcast episode, I think about this almost daily, but no, I haven't done that yet. And 2 pull-ups. So on track. Still on track. We can write my stats, but it is only the 30th, so technically I can't write it in pen, but I can share with you in pencil what it is. I did prepare this earlier, so the stats are of like accurate as of this morning. So followers for January are 9,329. I did lose some followers, which is fine. I think that's pretty standard. I did gain a bunch of followers, but it's just, I think the natural process of like losing followers that aren't really aligned with your, like, it's just normal is what I'm trying to say. Especially when you see a month where you grow a lot, it's natural for that number to go down eventually. Number of posts, like losing followers on Instagram is much more, I think, prevalent than losing it on YouTube. I don't know how many times I posted, but I want to say maybe just 1-2 times. Oh, I'm checking it now, and I just got 2 new followers, surprisingly. So now I'm at, I will have to erase this now. I'm at 9331. 9331, which is a loss of 9, and I posted 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I posted 4 times. That is not bad. YouTube, I had, as of this morning, maybe I should check it again. Okay, yes, I did get another one. So I have 8291 on YouTube, which is a growth of 241, which is unusually high for me. And let me see how many times I posted. I posted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, which is pretty good. And I think I will post this tomorrow, this video that you're watching. I don't know, but that might be 7. And then Patreon is 71, and that is a loss of only 1, I think. Well, that's what I've got written down. It did go up to 73 actually during the month, which was super high for me, because I only just broke 70 recently, and the fact that I'm still above 70, like, that could drop down at any time. So I'm still really happy that's over 70, because that's the highest, because that's still really high for me. So those are my monthly stats, and I think that's all I needed to do in this journal. Let me know, by the way, if you did want me to stick in the books that I read last month. My only concern is that it'll take too long, so I don't think I want to include it. It'll dilute kind of the whole planning process. So maybe it needs to be like a separate video or something. But yes, I think that is it for the video. So we planned the month, we planned the week, kind of the goals, and then we broke that down. We broke that down into the daily, and I kind of split it up over the weeks. It is a bit of a weird one because I have the market, so that's kind of my main priority for this month. Not the most exciting plan with me, but hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight to my real business plan. But that is all for this month, I believe. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I think that's it. I am feeling a little bit better, actually, now that I've done this. I think I was getting a little bit overwhelmed when I was doing some preparation before on how much there was to do. But now that I've, written everything out, I do feel better. I feel like it's manageable. I feel like I can do this. It's still a lot, but I'm feeling hopeful. But that is all for this month's plan with me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you were able to plan alongside with me and get some stuff done, or maybe just journal alongside with me. But I will see you in the next video. That's all from me. Bye.